Um, Hello guys, welcome to the series mostly about video games. We're your hosts, October and
Almighty K.
Today's gameplay is a Friday the 13th, but our first topic on this How Do You Feel segment is Fortnite coming to mobile. How do you feel about this?
Oh man, you already know how I feel about Fortnite, October. I feel like it's a game where everybody literally jumped on, and not just because Drake recently just jumped on with Ninja. I feel like people play it because it's on the social media. Everybody sees it on social media. They want to check it out. It's not my cup of tea. You know, you try to get me to play it. It's fun to the extent where you and I are playing it, but again, it's just not what I'm looking for. For it to come to mobile, I feel like it going to mobile could definitely, like, it could go two ways. It could either be killed off because mobile's so bad from what you've told me, or it could make the game even bigger for people who don't have consoles, because I heard it's cross play. Every system could play with one another, so it can go either way with that. But in my perspective, I don't think it will reach the fullest potential by going mobile. I feel like a lot of people get frustrated with it and probably put the game down. What about your views? What's your views on it going mobile?
Well, actually, I had a chance to play it earlier, and it was interesting. The controls are crammed together, so it's harder to build to block incoming attacks. So now it's not really Fortnite. It turns into a shooter, basically. Like, Fortnite is unique because you get to build. You get to do all of this while you're playing a game like PUBG or one of those Hunger Games kind of video games. But like, Fortnite stands out because of its building. When you can't build, it's kind of like it's just a regular old shooter now, and that's not what I'm looking for from Fortnite. I like for them to improve the controls, maybe add an option so that I can tailor the buttons to how I see fit, because again, that was another problem. The walk button was on top of the walk button was the attack button, and it was all over the screen. You can tap to attack, but in order to constantly mine trees, you would have to hold the button above the walk button, and that was just really awkward because you couldn't move and farm trees, and combat is clunky too.
That's really bad though. You literally just, I heard more cons than pros right there. But you know, to each his own. People gonna play it definitely because of the hype. Drake helped it, Ninja helped it. So yeah. Next topic.
How do you feel about Far Cry 5?
Yeah, last Far Cry I played was Far Cry Instinct, and that was for the Wii when it first came out. I don't have any. I don't know if it's be good or bad. I don't know what to expect from the series. I don't know if the series is all together. I don't know. I mean, if we pick it up, we pick it up. You know, we're on the share play together. So right. Maybe if, you know, some magical chance we pick it up, I'll definitely play it, but I'm not like going out my way to get it like I am for when Kingdom Hearts 3 drop.
Kingdom Hearts 3 will drop when I'm 58. But talking about Far Cry 5, I think that it'll be an interesting game because it's set in America. It's going to be the first Far Cry to do that. But
wow,
I'm not sure
so wait,
how...
all the other Far Cry... Wait, this isn't like scripted or anything. This is real. This is me really acting. So you tell me all the other Far Cries, none of them are set in America? Like, they're all like...
They're all in like other countries like Asia.
Wow.
And things of that sort. So it's going to be interesting to see how the wildlife plays out, because normally in Far Cry you're able to like interact with elephants and tigers and things of that sort, and you can ride them, you can mount them, you can fight them. And so how are they going to intertwine that with a more urban area? Like, there's not any lions.
Maybe I'll have to check this out. But I did see that you can have your different pets. Like, you can have like a bobcat as a pet. That was pretty interesting. I believe I saw it on one of the commercials they had.
Yeah, and I think that this is like their last chance at redemption, because Far Cry Primal, as we all know, sucked.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought everybody loved Far Cry Primal.
No, Far Cry Primal was it wasn't bad, but it was not the best Far Cry. The best one is Far Cry 3. But 4, I like the mechanics it introduced some more new animals and new atmosphere to the game. But Far Cry Primal was just it was awkward only because it was set back in the older times, meaning it was when you couldn't necessarily drive a car around. You had to just ride animals everywhere. So yeah, that's how I feel about Far Cry. What's the next topic? Games for Gold. So this month you get 3 games for Gold. I'm excited about the game Super Hot. I haven't played it yet, but Almighty K, you have. So tell me your first.
Super Hot. Okay, yeah, definitely. Guys, if you have Gold, please pick this game up. I know it's probably random as hell. You know, it's just on the Gold menu where I'm talking about when you're about to download the new game. Pick it up, please. This gentleman, this fellow, this big guy, October put me on this. The game is very different, and it's starting from the first level all the way to where I am now. I have not finished the game yet. It gets deeper, and it isn't even that is the most fun game in the world. It's just that you just be like, oh man, I gotta get this level, and then when you get it, you're like, oh, I gotta get the next level, and then when it actually stitch like the whole gameplay of that level together, it's so cool. Like it goes, you can use the video for however you use your videos to just to put a voiceover and just let the gameplay play. It's just amazing how they put everything together in that game, where when you don't move, everything stops. But when you're actually reviewing the gameplay of you playing, when it's showing you after you complete the level, it just shows everything so smoothly. You killing the enemies, you picking up the weapons, storing the weapons, everything. It's amazing. And I feel like a lot of people sleep on that game. I don't feel like it was marketed correctly. But please, if you have Gold, check that game out. You will not be upset. You will love it, just how I love it. Like, I'm very picky when it comes to games, especially shooters. Shooters now, I feel like all shooters are the same. You guys probably murder me for this in the comments, whatever. But Super Hot is just really good for a shooter, or however you want to classify the game. But the story gets creepier, and he made it seem, October, let me just say his name, October made me realize the game is actually kind of creepy. Like the story that goes with you're in a game with inside of a game, which is really is eerie, and it has like the aspect of being controlled by the government. I'm not gonna give too much away. I want you guys to really check it out. But yeah, that's what I think about it, and I'm gonna continue to play it. Maybe in our next video they'll probably get an update when I complete the game and I tell them how they give it a whole review. But the game is definitely something to pick up, guys.
Yeah, in Nintendo news, they have a game called ARMS that recently came out. Very interesting game. It's $60. I recommend everyone go try it. Me and Almighty K played it. It was hilarious.
You gonna tell them where we played it at?
No, we're not gonna tell you guys where we played it at because we don't own a Nintendo Switch, so we had to go to a Walmart and play it there for an hour.
Wait, no, I have to correct October. ARMS did not just come out. It came out June 16, 2017. But we just discovered it, so that's all that matters, guys.
Right.
You guys are here listening to us. That's all that matters. I literally just looked it up. That's all that matters. We discovered it, so that means you guys are just not discovering it. And the game, in our opinion, was, oh my, I could sit on that Nintendo Switch. I want a Nintendo Switch, just for the record. I just want you guys to know I'm planning to get one. I could sit on that game all day and just pummel October, because I was just handing him L's left and right. I'm lying, he beat me twice. But the game is amazing. The Switch in general is amazing. From ARMS to, what was the other one? Pokemon?
We played Pokemon, we played Fire Emblem, we played Mario Kart 8.
Oh, Mario Kart. Oh, God. That's all. Everybody know Mario Kart is an amazing game. But that on the Switch was just so addictive. I didn't want to get off. I'm just going to tell you guys, we were at Walmart. We was there for like 2 hours playing the demos. It was ridiculous. And Fire Emblem, makes you feel like you're in Destiny Warriors, but was it Dynasty
Warriors?
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors. But in my opinion, it's better. It just feels fresh, right? Am I right? It feels refreshed for the Nintendo Switch. How you can just switch between characters. I'm sure you could do this with Dynasty Warriors as well. It just felt new. I don't know how they repackaged it, and it just felt really good playing that one.
I think that one of the reasons that it felt different was because when you're playing Dynasty Warriors and Warriors of Oraichi, basically you can have 3 characters, but they're all in the same area.
Right.
In Fire Emblem, your characters are spread out upon the map. So if there's an objective you need to get to, you can pick characters and strategically line them up for that. Now that's a great idea, and I think Fire Emblem alone is one great reason to get the Switch. But
oh, definitely.
What happened?
In other news, Almighty K, how do you feel about Soul Calibur 6 having Geralt from The Witcher 3 in it?
Oh gosh. I'm so ecstatic for this. He told me this right before we started recording, and I was just like, what? So this is the thing. From 2017 to now, 2018, I feel like they've just been putting there's other characters from other games just been popping in the fighters, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Injustice 2 to Noctis and Tekken 7. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm forgetting one. There was another fighter that had somebody in it recently. But anyway, Geralt being from The Witcher, I'm so excited. I want to see what move skills gonna give him. Like, is he gonna have both his swords? How are they gonna incorporate that into Soul Calibur? You know, just a little back history on The Witcher. The Witcher is a game. You know, it's an amazing RPG. I love RPGs. It's a game you have to put your time and effort in. If you're gonna play that game, guys, you need to make sure that game is your main game you're playing. I know you have other side games. Make sure it's the main RPG you're playing when you're playing that game. It's so easy to get sidetracked and lost in the world of Witcherland. I don't know if I'm get lost in that game because of so many side quests. It'll make you feel like those are the main quests, but realistically, they're just side quests that don't even end anywhere. They just go on for infinity, where you'll just be like, okay, screw this, I'm shelving this game. But stick with it, continue to play that game. You will not be disappointed from, just how the story unfolds, character build. Just, that game is amazing. And for him to be into Soul Calibur, was it 7? It's 6.
Soul Calibur 6.
6? I thought it was 7. I'm sorry, guys. The Soul Calibur 6 is amazing. And another thing, they're bringing Killick back. I don't know if you knew. You play Soul Calibur 5. Soul Calibur 5, Killick wasn't in it. They gave us the Monkey King, which I wasn't complaining. Gave you legit the Monkey King. Killick wasn't in it. I'm excited to see Killick back on that roster. Hopefully, they actually give us a real story in Soul Calibur 6. The Soul Calibur 5 was like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like almost like a chapter book. Like it didn't show these like cinematic, right? Endings until like the end of the game. Like it wasn't any real cutscenes. It was. I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm really excited for this project. Do you know when it's releasing or no?
I'm not sure.
Like
Hopefully it comes out this year or early next year. But the game I'm excited about this year is God of War, and from previous experiences, the God of War games have come out in March, right? And so they don't they'll tell you the year, but they won't tell you the month. They'll just say coming soon. And hopefully we get the new God of War this month, because looking at the trend that the developers have set up, they normally release their games in March. So we're keeping our hands crossed.
It's actually 420. I promise you it is. I'm not being funny.
Excuse me, guys. It's 420 in April. Normally they release their games all around the same time.
Yeah,
and they keep the
420. You guys can't see this on my phone.
And they keep the what do you call it? They keep the year the same.
Oh my god!
But not the year the same, but they'll tell you the year. They announce it at E3, and normally they'll keep the year the same, but they try to release their games within the same month or two. So like normally it's in the March-April area, I'm sure, but yeah, guys.
Oh, another thing to add about God of War, I don't think it's gonna be like how the other God of Wars were. Like, was it slasher scroller? Like, it was.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be. I don't think Kratos gonna be doing all the flashy flashes. I think it's gonna be more like not strategic, but he's gonna be more stiff. Like I feel like he's gonna be more. What is it behind when the camera's behind him? What is Third person. I think it's gonna be like that. Just probably just the images they've been leaking of God of War. It doesn't seem, or even the trailers when they do show him fighting, he doesn't seem to be like jumping all over the screen with the fast combos and stuff.
Right.
You see how like the one picture with him holding his axe, I feel like it's gonna be like right there next to him.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel more personal.
That's another thing. I hope they develop the narrative better, because I would really like to know why Kratos has a son, what his son is doing, and
so his son is a demigod, right?
He should be.
Okay.
So I want to know how that will work and how they went from Greek mythology to the Viking mythology. What do you call it? I'm not sure, but I know they transferred from the Greek gods to the Viking gods. So they have people like Thor or something there.
Oh wow!
So that's one of the Viking gods. I'm not saying that he's in the game.
I didn't know that
explicitly.
I didn't know they switched like that. The stories.
Yeah, so they switched the mythologies. So yeah, I was reading about it the other day on IGN.
Oh my god, I can't
Snapchat, and that's what they were talking about. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the podcast.
Oh wait, no, you forgot Logic's album. I'm gonna talk. See, this is my expertise. I love hip hop, and I just want to incorporate that somehow into our vlog or whatever, our podcast. And Logic's last album, Bobby Tarantino 2. I want you guys. It was pure flames. Logic was spitting fire. Like I can't curse because I don't want them to take this down, but just beep 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 beep. You understand what I mean? It was amazing. His delivery in the album was way more aggressive than it was in the album with the album he just came from. I don't
previous
remember.
one.
Yeah, previous album he just released, and he's on this podium now. He's a superstar because of that. His single with Alyssa Cara and Khalid, the 1-800 one,
1-800
the Suicide Hotline.
Yeah.
That propelled him to the top almost. He's definitely up there with probably not Drake, but he's up there with Kendrick. He's up. People are watching Big Sean. He's definitely up there. People are they have their eyes on when Logic's dropping something. And he went back to mixtape Logic. He went back to
Bobby Tarantino.
Bobby Tarantino, definitely, and he ripped it up, and he took subliminal shots at Joyner Lucas, another artist who's also amazing at storytelling, and I can't wait to see this beef unfold, if it unfolds. But I give the album definitely an 8 out of 10. You guys should check it out. Again, it's Logic, Bobby Tarantino 2. And yeah, that's it about this episode. I really don't have any much to say.
Yeah. Great episode, Almighty K. And that concludes How Do You Feel episode 1.
Guys, please subscribe. Keep listening.
Hello guys, welcome to the series mostly about video games. We're your hosts, October and
Almighty K.
Today's gameplay is a Friday the 13th, but our first topic on this How Do You Feel segment is Fortnite coming to mobile. How do you feel about this?
Oh man, you already know how I feel about Fortnite. October. I feel like it's a game where everybody literally jumped on, and not just because Drake recently just jumped on with Ninja.